you look this way, you see the smiles, the faces, the robe is all glowing. Trust me, it's not just today. Someone said something. Someone said, champions are not made by medals on their neck, but by the scars on their back. Trust me, they failed, they got up, and they just didn't give up.
Oh, yeah.
Once again, let's put our hands together for them. If you ask them, many started with them, but some couldn't keep up with the pace. It's like it was a moving bus, a fast train, and if you look back, you'll be like, gosh, when did I come into this island so fast? I know they will all be saying that in their mind.
There's something located in my post-hypothalamus near the wall of the third ventricle in an area called the primary motor cortex. And it's a center for shivering, you know. And this area is normally inhibited by signals from the heat centers and the anterior.
Trust me, there's only one man that can teach you physiology. All these things I've said sounds confusing, right? But trust me, I know one man, you may know some other person, but I know a man who could make physiology. As he teaches you, he's always prompt, and he always teaches you nodding his head like, do you get me?
Yeah.
Do you get me? He's always prompt, he's always in time, he always wants to listen to you, and he always has an answer for your questions. He's our professor of physiology. He's also
Professor of Medical Ethics and Research Paper.
He's none other than the Dean of the American International Medical University, Dr. John Clare. Please put your hands together for him.
Ladies and gentlemen, today is a very special day when we celebrate these, and we have exactly 26 recipients of medical degree and 17 recipients nursing degree. And myself personally, as a dean and also as a faculty member, I have to say I am extremely proud of all of you. Today is a great achievement for you. You completed your respective programs. But I want to say that actually this is also a testimony of achievement of our university, our medical program, nursing program, evidence of excellence of faculty, both in basic science and clinical sciences. But I want to say also that as we are here today, I must mention, actually, we wouldn't be here today if it was not of visionary founders of our university who had vision founding medical university with purpose of training medical professionals. So I am very proud, and as I am looking at you today, I have to say that I see like a group of different people. You are all individuals, although you wear same gowns. And you are same purpose here today, but you are all different individuals. You're coming from different backgrounds. And basically, you completed your degree, but your story started some longer time, several years ago. Exactly when your story started is when you decided that you will become doctors or nurses. And for each of you will be different. Maybe, perhaps some of you always knew you wanted to be a doctor or you want to be a nurse. For many other, as I know, usually at some point, perhaps, there was a role model in your family, in your neighborhood, in your community, and that's what basically interests you, and you decided, yes, I want to be like him, I want to be like her, and finally, you make your decision. Maybe still, For some of you, you actually never wanted to be a doctor. You never thought you'd become nurses. You had another plans. But then some important circumstances happen, and maybe you witnessed, perhaps in a hospital, you witnessed dedicated work of doctors and nurses, and how they attended patients, and maybe somebody you knew. And at that moment when you truly, in practice, you saw the work of the doctors and nurses, you decided, at that moment, you decided, yes, that's what I want to do. I want to be like that. I want to make difference in people's life. I want to help people. I want to be useful member of society, the purpose. And I have to say, you went through how many semesters, actually years, of grueling programs which involve multiple examinations on regular basis, multiple courses, and intense training in a hospital in your particle. So you achieved what was your goal. Probably before you started, you thought, maybe I'm not going to make it. Oh, that's too many years, too difficult. But yet, because of your determination and support of your family, of other sponsors, or our university family, I would say, you are here today, and you can celebrate. And we are proud of you. Now, so we can say the story has a happy ending. Yes, today is a happy occasion, but I can assure you the story doesn't end. Story doesn't end today. Only first part of your study is completed now. Now, story will go for many years for you. Whatever you decide to do first, you will have to prove that you are worth of your degree you're receiving today. You will have more examinations. You will work in different settings, and you will be judged not only by examination eventually, but by patients, by community, and so that will be another long story. Which so I wish you the best. I wish you the best. And I have to say, come into my mind when I see you sitting here, ready to receive your certificates. In my mind, I have to go back some more years to my first graduation. I cannot help but I see myself. I see myself sitting there when I was sitting in the rows with all my classmates. And well, I can say we were all very excited, happy, but we were also very anxious. What we do after we graduate. And I recall during his speech, the university president, acclaimed scholar, Dr. Rhodes, he said many things to us. But today I recall in this occasion, he said that, well, something like, you are sitting here, you distinguish yourself. All of you, each of you, by achieving, completing your programs and graduating, you distinguished, and regardless what were your scores, and you are receiving your degree, and you are all precious stones. But I really didn't understand it really well. But occasionally I recall it. what really I think he means. And I really want to tell you, you have long road ahead of you, and the future is in your hands. You will determine your future. Whatever you do, you put all maximal effort in it, and you will be successful. And I think when I go back to my graduation and my former classmates, and it was longer ago, we are all aged, lost track some of them, but when I look at them follow, we can see out of those anxious young people in early 20s sitting their graduation, we became successful medical doctors, successful lawyers, successful award-winning movie actor, nationally known broadcast anchor, Olympian, astronaut. So that's what I am telling you today. For you, only sky is the limit for it. Don't take second seat to anybody. It's up to you about your future. And basically, you will be dealing with patients and their families. Always remember, this is important, sometime in the business of the profession, doctors and nurses forget they are treating and caring human beings. More or less they will start treating laboratory values, X-rays, EKGs. They will refer to patients not by name, but myocardial infarction, diabetes. So remember, many doctors do, but always remember you are dealing with human beings. And that will carry you very far. Respect for human being, and I hope that you will, by putting all your efforts, you will make changes because of specialty of your professions. You will make changes in a people's life. You will have changes, positive changes in your community, in nation. And like it was said already before, if you treat a man, you treat a nation. If you treat a woman, you treat a generation. And if you treat a child, you treat a future. So it's in your hand to make a positive effect for the future. You are the future. And basically, at last, I want to say, yes, you completed your degree, you gain knowledge, and you went through rigorous practical training in a hospital, but really be very successful. Like, again, there is a saying, if somebody has great knowledge, the great knowledge by itself without practice is futile. And on the other hand, practice without knowledge. If somebody tries practice without knowledge, it's dangerous. So knowledge and practice go hand by hand together. And it will be, I guess, it will be your biggest challenge now in the upcoming stages of your further training to become efficient, effectively apply your knowledge to practical work. So again, on behalf of university administration, management, faculty, staff, I deeply congratulate all of you and to your parents and sponsors, and I wish you the best in the future.